Oh, it's worthy as fuck
There
because
you go.
yes, because we get to see our worthiness before we can see it in anyone else. I always want to blame the other person. It must be them. And it's just me not wanting to accept responsibility. And because what I focus on grows, then how can I show up in the world and attract something different? I really got to dive into my own self-worth and go back
Ooh.
and look at my patterns, what I made situations in my past mean about me. And that really was exactly how I began to show up. If I had a bad relationship with my dad, and then I went into another relationship with a partner, I was still angry at my dad. I'm going to carry that with me because that was what I experienced when I was younger. And I
Right,
had no choice. I couldn't speak up for
right.
myself and say, hey, this doesn't work. But I didn't know that it didn't work. I just thought this is how people communicate.
You mean different things? They might have they might have trauma based on certain things going back from their past, but what if you could change and you could have a company or be in management where you lift people up and you fixed yourself?
I'm going to look at what they're doing wrong. I'm going to be judgy as hell. And it has nothing to do with them. It really is just like projecting on how I'm feeling about myself. You're
Oh,
going to show up and fuck shit up. And that's okay as long as you recognize it and then take accountability.
part of that is if your relationship is perfect, something is wrong, right? Because it's supposed to be stressful. It's supposed to be loving. We go push and pull and keep and take. The trauma that you have, you can talk to her. You can see what she has because she's been walking through it on her own.
Yes, conflict is going to be healthy in a relationship.
True.
That's how you grow. But the way you handle the conflict can be effective or ineffective. And clearly, coming in with a lot of emotional shit is ineffective.
Yeah.
I absolutely consider him a high value man. We actually met in a personal development class. And he was like, because you don't communicate what you want from a man, you expect them to guess. And if they get it right, you just move the goalpost and nobody wins. After the course, they told us find an accountability partner. And I'm like, I want that dude because he's not going to lie to me. He's going to tell me exactly what the fuck, how I'm showing up, if I'm being an asshole. Like,
Man, this motherfucker, this nobody told me that shit. But you needed that. You needed that Tim to be strong. But at the same time, a little bit of caring and having that, you know what I mean? I'm short, I'm Asian, I'm not 6 foot, I'm not white. You know what I mean? But it's like the things that you say, I can discern myself, I can set the boundaries, I can relinquish my ego when I don't have to stay, be a stay at home dad with my kids, to have a second chance of life. And to have my wife said, you've been doing it for us for so long, let me do it for us this time.
what I really focused on with them is like getting clear on what they require in a relationship. What are their standards?
Ooh,
But not only that, it's like look at what you've been accepting and tolerating because you don't have standards right now. And then go from there. I think that was one of the key things was that we never met in person and we got to know each other over the phone for about 2 months. That was absolute, like that was learning from my past relationships where I had been doing personal development, my partners were not.
of course
Uh,
not.
and I was like, I couldn't figure out why is this not working? And who wants to be the
There's
fucking
zero
loser in the
sum game.
relationship? I see women showing up so powerfully at work. Like it's almost like that's their validation. They show up so powerfully at
Mm.
work in their accomplishments, their perfectionism, whatever you want to call it. But then when it comes to picking a partner, there is this because they work off of external validation, it really is just my ability to receive. It's like I have to let them know that I can do it too. I have to let them know that I can match them. And that's repelling. I think that's bullshit. Like I am not better than you. I'm not here to compete with you. But what I'm here to do is learn how we can best work together.
Your mindset is all you can take, all right? Because that's what propels you to your legacy. You